In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on December 29, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Edmonton Oilers versus Anaheim Ducks. In an exciting Pacific Division NHL matchup, the Edmonton Oilers will square off against the Anaheim Ducks at the Honda Center on December 29th. Edmonton comes into this game following a tough 4-3 overtime loss to the Los Angeles Kings on the road last Saturday. On the other hand, the Anaheim Ducks are struggling with a 2-game losing streak, having recently suffered a 3-1 defeat at home to the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday. This game marks the first of 4 scheduled meetings between these two teams this season, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the matchup. One key area where these two teams are notably different is their face-off success. The Edmonton Oilers are exceptional in this department, sitting in 3rd place in the league with a solid 53.3% face-off win percentage. In stark contrast, the Anaheim Ducks have struggled mightily in face-off situations, ranking dead last in the NHL with a dismal 43.1% face-off win rate. Defensively, the two teams are also showing a significant contrast in their recent performances. Edmonton's defense has been solid, allowing only 1.7 goals per game over their last 3 matchups. Meanwhile, Anaheim's defense has been much more porous, giving up an average of 3.7 goals per game in their most recent 3 contests. Looking at the team's recent form, the Oilers have been on an impressive run, going 8-2-0 in their last 10 games. They've been particularly strong on the road, with a 9-4-1 record away from home this season. Conversely, the Ducks have struggled recently, posting a 3-6-1 record over their last 10 games. Their home performance has been disappointing, with a 6-10-1 record at the Honda Center this season. As for overall statistics, Edmonton has boosted their goals for average to 3.3, which ranks 9th in the league, and their goals against average stands at a solid 2.8, placing them 12th. The Oilers also lead the league in shots, averaging 32.5 per game. Their power play, ranked 15th in the NHL, will face off against Anaheim's struggling penalty kill, which ranks 29th. In comparison, Anaheim has been one of the weakest teams offensively, averaging only 2.4 goals per game, which is second to last in the league. Additionally, the Ducks allow a league-high 32.5 shots per game. Edmonton has been dominant in their recent meetings with Anaheim, winning 4 of their last 5 on the road. While the Edmonton Oilers are coming off an intense overtime game the previous night, the Anaheim Ducks also played the same night, meaning both teams will be in a similar situation with tired legs. Despite the challenging schedule, the Oilers have been dominant over the Ducks in recent years, winning 9 of the last 10 matchups. Most of those victories have been convincing, with all but one of the Oilers' wins coming by a margin of at least 2 goals. Given the Ducks' recent struggles and their inability to keep pace with Edmonton in recent seasons, it's hard to imagine Anaheim posing much of a challenge, especially with both teams coming off back-to-back games. While home underdogs can often be appealing, the Ducks just don't seem strong enough to compete here. Therefore, the Edmonton Oilers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams will be playing on back-to-back days, adding an extra layer of fatigue to their efforts. Recent trends suggest that the total has gone under in 6 of Edmonton's last 8 games against Pacific Division opponents. Similarly, Anaheim has seen the total finish under in 4 of their last 6 games overall, and in 6 of their last 8 home games. Both teams have struggled with their power play, with the Oilers ranking 14th in the NHL with a 22.2% success rate, while the Ducks sit near the bottom of the league in 30th place with a poor 13.3% power play conversion rate. Given the back-to-back scheduling and the fatigue factor, both teams are likely to struggle in generating quality offensive opportunities, making it difficult to score at a high rate. As a result, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Montreal Canadiens versus Tampa Bay Lightning. The Montreal Canadiens have shown significant promise throughout the 2024 to 2025 season. While the results haven't always gone in their favor, there have been noticeable improvements, particularly with their young players stepping up to the challenge. This infusion of talent has sparked renewed optimism about the team's future in Montreal as fans begin to see glimpses of what could be a strong team down the road. Despite the challenges, there is a sense of excitement and hope surrounding the Canadiens as they continue to build their roster and identity for the coming years. On Sunday, the Canadiens will face off against a tough divisional rival in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay has been one of the most consistent and dominant teams in the NHL this season, with the squad positioned just within reach of the top of the Atlantic Division as the new year approaches. The Lightning's sustained success has kept them near the top of the standings, and their ability to consistently perform has made them a formidable opponent for any team. This matchup will provide an important test for the Canadiens, especially given Tampa Bay's strong position in the division. The Canadiens have been showing increased fight in recent games, particularly with the return of Patrick Lane to the lineup. However, when it comes to their rivalry with Tampa Bay, Montreal has struggled, as the Lightning have dominated their recent encounters. Over the last 10 matchups between the two teams, Tampa Bay holds an 8-2 record. This includes a perfect 4-0 record in the 4 games played last season, during which the Lightning outscored Montreal 20-13. In addition, the Lightning have been particularly tough to beat on their home ice, posting a 5-1 record in their last 6 games against the Canadiens in Tampa Bay. While Montreal has shown resilience and has been improving, their struggles against the Lightning remain a significant hurdle. Despite the challenges, the Canadiens have managed to win 4 of their last 5 games, including a solid victory over the Florida Panthers on Saturday. However, it is unrealistic to expect a 34-save shutout performance on a regular basis. Montreal has proven that they can score goals, but they will face an uphill battle against a Tampa Bay team that is explosive on offense. The Canadiens do have a slight rest advantage, as they played on Saturday while Tampa Bay was at home. However, the Lightning were already in good form heading into Saturday's game, and their home record of 10-5-1 this season further solidifies their status as a strong contender. While Montreal may have a few hours more rest, their road struggles this season make it clear that Tampa Bay will be the favorites in this matchup. For this reason, the Tampa Bay Lightning to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Montreal has posted an 18-14-3 record against the over this season through their first 35 games. Entering Saturday night, the Canadiens have averaged 6.46 total goals per game, but that figure jumps to 7.06 goals per game when playing on the road. In contrast, Tampa Bay has a 14-14-4 record against the over through 32 games as of Saturday night. The Lightning have averaged 6.72 goals per game this season, though that number drops slightly to 6.06 goals per game when playing at home. Despite these numbers, matchups between these two teams have historically been high-scoring affairs, with the over hitting at a 7-2-1 rate in their last 10 meetings, and the average total in those games sitting at 7.5 goals. For Montreal, the over has gone 4-3-3 in their last 10 games overall, and they have scored an impressive 23 goals in their last 5 games alone. The Lightning, on the other hand, have seen the over hit at a 4-2 rate in their past 10 games, averaging a robust 4.6 goals per game during that stretch. With both teams showing strong offensive output, the trends suggest that this game will be high-scoring as well. Given the firepower on both sides and the history of these matchups, we expect the total to go over the projected number in this game. Thus, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Islanders versus Pittsburgh Penguins. The New York Islanders will be hitting the road to face off against the Pittsburgh Penguins at the PPG Paints Arena. As of now, the Islanders have a record of 13 wins, 15 losses, and 7 overtime losses, while the Penguins hold a slightly better record at 16-15-5. These two teams have already squared off once this season, with the Islanders coming out on top in that contest, claiming the victory. Lately, these two teams have been heading in opposite directions. The Penguins have been performing much better recently, winning 3 of their last 4 games heading into the Christmas break. In contrast, the Islanders have struggled, dropping 3 of their last 4 matchups, including a significant loss to the Buffalo Sabres this past Monday. New York has been plagued by offensive struggles all season long, and their penalty-killing unit has also been subpar, which could prove to be a major disadvantage when facing a team like Pittsburgh. The Penguins, however, have shown signs of improvement recently, and their resurgence should not be overlooked, especially given that the Islanders will be relying on a backup goalie for this game. Considering all of this, the Pittsburgh Penguins money line is our full game side pick. As New York heads into this matchup, they have seen the over hit in 20 of their 35 games this season, with a 20-13-2 record for totals. On average, the Islanders have posted 5.8 goals per game this season, but that number drops slightly to 5.47 goals per game when they are playing on the road. On the other hand, the Pittsburgh Penguins also have a favorable over record, entering this game with a 20-15-1 mark for totals in their first 36 games. The Penguins' offense has been firing on all cylinders this year, posting an average of 6.72 goals per game, which rises to 6.79 goals per game when they are playing at home. When it comes to goaltending, both teams have struggled significantly. The Islanders' goaltending has been poor throughout the season, with the team ranking 23rd in goals allowed per game. The Penguins' defense and goaltending have been even worse, as they currently sit at 31st in goals allowed per game and 29th in shots allowed per game. Given the defensive and goaltending issues on both sides, it's not surprising that the over has hit in 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Despite the teams playing Saturday night, it's expected that this game will also exceed the projected total, especially with backup goaltenders in net. As such, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Calgary Flames versus Vegas Golden Knights. The Calgary Flames will face off against the Vegas Golden Knights as both teams head in contrasting directions to close out 2024. Currently, the Flames hold a 16-11-7 record, but with just 4 wins in their last 10 games, they find themselves in 5th place in the Pacific Division. On the other hand, the Golden Knights have an impressive 24-8-3 record and are on a 5-game winning streak, which has propelled them to the top of the Pacific Division standings. As these two teams prepare to meet, the question remains, which team will come out on top in this intriguing matchup? The Vegas Golden Knights are riding high with a 5-game winning streak, and they have quickly become one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Their performance on home ice has been particularly dominant, with a stellar 14-3-0 record at home this season. In contrast, the Calgary Flames have struggled away from home, posting a 4-7-4 record on the road. Vegas has been particularly strong defensively, allowing 2 goals or fewer in 4 of their last 5 games. Offensively, they have been firing on all cylinders, averaging over 3.5 goals per game this year, which has contributed to their success. The Golden Knights' dominance extends beyond just their overall record. Over their last 9 games, they've secured 8 victories, showcasing their ability to maintain momentum. Meanwhile, Calgary has faltered, losing 3 of their last 5 games. In terms of goaltending, I have more confidence in Vegas Addenhill than in the Flames goalie duo of Dustin Wolf and Dan Vladar. Additionally, Vegas has experienced a resurgence in offensive production, elevating themselves to one of the top offenses in the NHL. Calgary, unfortunately, lacks the firepower to keep pace with Vegas's offensive output, and they are particularly vulnerable on the penalty kill, where the Golden Knights can take advantage. Given this matchup, I expect Vegas to assert their dominance, especially on the power play, against a weak Calgary penalty kill. The Flames will be playing on the second night of a back-to-back, and I have concerns about their ability to perform on the road, especially against such a formidable home team. While Calgary has been decent at covering the spread recently, I am still inclined to back the Golden Knights at home, where they boast a strong 13-3 record. So the Vegas Golden Knights to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total points for this matchup, Vegas has consistently hit the over in most of their games this season, and with their current offensive form, I can't bet against them continuing this trend. Calgary did manage to score 6 goals in their most recent game against the Blackhawks, but their defensive struggles give me confidence that the over will be reached in this matchup. The Flames have been particularly leaky on defense, allowing an average of 4 goals per game in their last 8 contests. Both teams are known for generating a high volume of shots on goal, so I expect some goals to pile up in this game. I anticipate Vegas will score around 4 goals, and Calgary should do enough to contribute to a total of at least 6 goals between the two teams. With both teams capable of scoring in high volumes, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.